Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Hailey, and if you're new here, I just kind of treat these videos like they are vlogs, but I kind of just treat them as my digital diary. I just brought my iPad back into my room because I was trying to study for my test that's in an hour out on the couch, but haven't started studying. I didn't show you guys these in my last video, but I got these Life is Good shirts. I've wanted them for so long, and this one, it says just add water, life is good, all around the thing. And then I got this other one, which I haven't worn this one yet. The other one I wore, it's kind of like this type of color, and it has tropical fish on it, but I wore it over the weekend, so it got a little smudge of dirt on it, so I washed it. But this is the other one I got. Oh, I love it so much, and I got them in a large so they would be nice and big on, and I'm glad I got a large because I feel like I have bigger boobs, like a bigger chest, and I don't like things that show my boobs, so like I don't like wearing tight tops unless they're like more high cut, you know. So that's why I wanted to have a bigger one, because I didn't want it to be fitted on my boobs and then loose to where you like keep pulling it, you know. Anyway, I got a smoothie from Surf Bar today. Got them for me and my mom. It was just their special one that they were doing, not my favorite. It's like, it has watermelon, lime, mango, and something else, but the one that I really like is the what's it called, the Surfer. It has acai, strawberry, banana, and then I add frozen pineapple and pea protein, like the plant-based protein. But I really like drinking these because I feel like, I mean, I don't eat enough anyway, so it's nice to have a drink, which is easy for my body to break down and digest and have all the good stuff in it. So, but I wanted to show you something kind of funny, and then something else I got in the mail. So I got a couple things from Amazon today, and if you haven't seen it in the other videos, let me move you. Sorry, I felt like I was at like a weird height over there. Maybe here. Also, look at all my little acne. And I know they're not typically like hormonal distribution, but I know they're hormonal acne because I've been getting so much acne from starting that Adjustin for my endometriosis. But anyway, if you haven't watched other videos of mine, you may not know, but I bought these from a couple of different places. They're just like the little Jesus, and then I tie little pieces, like, you know, in index cards like this. I cut it in 3s, so they're about like that big, and I write on it, there's a God in heaven who loves you, John 3:16 at the bottom. And then I flip it over and I put, everyone needs a little Jesus, because he's a little Jesus. But I bought this one from Amazon. I thought, well, no, these aren't the ones that I bought before, because I like how these ones said Jesus loves you on the little ribbon or his like sash. My other ones I bought didn't have that. But it's like, this is the box they came in. I just think it's so funny. It just says Jesus figurines, and like, just take it in. We have a Jesus here. Whose house is that? I don't know. Another Jesus. Then we have the Easter bunny and Easter eggs, and then like palm trees, and then this, like, it's supposed to be a cross, but it looks like a plus sign to me because this should be longer. But anyway, I just thought the wrapper was funny. Ugh, I just did my like sinus rinse thingy. Ugh, it just makes me feel so weird after. I did also get a new tins unit. The other one I have is also from Amazon. And I'm pretty sure I've linked it before. I know I've talked about it before. But recently it started, like, it would shut off. And normally it has an hour timer on, so I kept thinking, oh my gosh, it's been an hour already? No, you pull it out and it would say that there was like 47 minutes left. I'm like, man, what's wrong? So I noticed there was like little weird spots in the cord. So I was like, okay, there's probably shorts in the cord, because I tuck it all into my pants, so like it gets all bent up all funny. So I bought new cords, and it seemed like that helped. And then it started doing it again, and I'm like, well, maybe it's the little like sticky pad on my skin. Let me get a new pair. So I have new ones in here. Sorry, there's like a little tiny gnat flying around. So I had some new ones, put it in, and it seemed like that helped for a while. Then it stopped again. I was like, what the heck? And so the other one that I had, it looks very similar to this, except it's black, but at the bottom there's 2 places to plug cords into. So I usually had it, like, say I had it over here, and that's where I always had put it. So then I was like, well, let me switch it and put it over here, and it seemed like that helped for a while, and then it keeps shutting off. So I got me a new one, and in the process of doing so, I realized that I'd had the other one for over a year, and I use this thing nearly every single day. So I think the $20 I spent on it at that time was well used. Okay, so it comes in a little box. Here he is. He feels similar to the other guy, but brand new. Oh, this one's got a different charger than my other guy. But okay, see the bottom, how it has the 2 little ports? Because you can plug a cord into here and have 2 pads, and then plug a cord in here and have 2 pads. So you could do it like on the front of your stomach and on your back, which I've thought about doing before, but my lower back pain that I get, it only happens at certain times. So, and it's not nearly as bad as my other crampy pains. So, these little pads are my favorite, the big ones. It just seems like the way that they're spread out when you put it on your lower tummy, it works the best. And then these are the second best ones. And then they have, where's the little tiny ones? These little ones, they don't really, I mean, they don't do much for my pain. It's like, they're not big enough, so it just seems like it's working very surface level, if that makes sense. So, I mean, that was just me. And then this one, I had just bought 4 new cords, but this one's comes with a couple new cords too, so that's good, because then I'll get to keep those cords, and I made sure that they would work with this one, like they look the same, so I'm excited for that. Here he is. He looks like a little iPod, or how cell phones used to look. What I had wanted to do was, see, you can see that's how it lights up, just like the other guy. This one's actually by the brand that makes the replacement little patches that I buy, so that's why I got this one instead. I was just gonna buy the same one again, but I was like, meh. Oh, that's why I didn't buy the same one, because I got back on there and it was $35 now, and I'm like, $35. So I got this one for $25. Saved $10. So, and I knew the brand because that's the pads that I buy, so we will see. I wanted to take him out just to make sure he was charged enough, because I'm gonna need him for tomorrow for sure. But anyway, that was what I wanted to show you. It was just my little Amazon thing. I just thought this was so funny. Just take it in. Jesus figurines, or figures at the bottom, and the bunny. 2 Jesuses, because 2 Jesuses are better than 1. It's so pretty. Hey gang, I'm in the middle of doing my homework to my computer, but oh shoot, I just realized I have you propped up on here, but I'm gonna need these scissors. Okay, I got my scissors. But I'm working on my schoolwork, and I just got a notification that all my school stuff was delivered, and so I have scrubs with my school logo on them that I'll have to wear in the virtual labs, so like they'll see my scrub top, at least not the bottoms, but and then I ordered the like practice sets I don't know if I'll need them for my classes this next session, but I know they're going to be coming up. So I got it just so I have it. But it came in the giant box. Let me see if I can cover this. Gigantic box. 16 pounds it says on there. So I thought I'll show you what's inside. Because I don't even really know. They don't really show very much on the website when you order. Also last night we had a couple tornadoes be around us close by. Our sirens were going off. It was like 11:30, 11:45. So we all stayed up for like probably an hour and a half at that time, which if you know us, we don't stay up like that. We don't do that. So we went back to bed like probably around 1 o'clock, I'd say 1:30ish. And then got up again at like 3-ish, 3:30, because there was another round of storms that came down. So then my phone was like alerting me, so I woke up again and checked it. So, but then when I like woke up for real for the day, my whole body aches. And I know it's just because I've just been so drained this week. And then having that happen last night where I didn't get to sleep all the way through the night and kept getting woken up from the storms, from the weather alerts and everything. So like I had no appetite this morning. I was walking around, I felt like I was half asleep. I don't feel good at all. My whole body just aches, but I'm just trying to get through my homework so I can finish that and then start working on my essay. But anyway, it's just, I'm just so drained. Let's see, we have a box within a box. Oh, this is only part of this. Okay, let's see. So, you can't really tell why I pulled it. Okay, so I decided to open all this up with my mom, but this box is all full of McKesson medical supplies, so a lot of things that I have at my current job, things in there, and then this is a kit. I put my scrubs in here too. So this kit has all these pieces, and then you can see what you use each thingy for. But that's what's all in here. Can you hear Howie barking? I don't even know if you can really hear the music in the back, but it's got Mamma Mia coming on right now. So well actually I think these are actually the ABBA ones, not the Mamma Mia versions. I never get to listen to music when I get ready. It's kind of fun. I already put on my argan oil. Watching the Late Show on my phone. Okay, I turned it down so it doesn't get blocked on my little video, but what did I say? I already did my argan oil, my Cetaphil cream, and then my snail mucin, and then I just put on, oh, I threw it away, but it is, oh, here, this is one of them. It's the MYOBI 3 La Roche-Posay niacinamide. This is just a little sample size, but I put that on, and then we're going to put on EltaMD, and today I'm retrying out Bare Minerals, like original loose powder foundation. I used to wear that all the time. I loved it so much, but it only has SPF 15, so I've moved on to higher tinted sunscreen options. But we're gonna put this sunscreen on first and then the powder, because that's how I would wear it if I'm gonna start wearing it again. So I loved how it looked, and I also found my old brush that I would put it on with. You can see he's very like We got little frays, little baby hairs. But I just cleaned him, so he's still damp. But I won't be able to use him to try this on. But that's okay. I have this little Mally stippling brush. This is just kind of what I blend my sunscreen in with. I just kind of pat it all over my face. And I only do this with like my tinted ones, but because my ones are just mineral, like white. I don't really care if it's blendy. But this, I don't know. Sometimes if you don't do it, it gets like patchy on me. So, and then we're just gonna have to use this. This is a Bare Minerals brush too, but he's like angled. You can see he's kind of got some funky hairs too. But I usually use this for my blush stick and I pat it on. But we're gonna have to use it for this today. So this is the shade, but me and my mom are convinced that she had put some of her like darker one in here because mine is fairly light. That's the color I used to be when I would wear it. But see, I just dab my little brush in it and then we're gonna put it in the lid and we just swirl in. Tap, swirl, tap, and then you're really supposed to like buff it in. But with my other stuff on my face, I don't know if it'll really work too well to buff it in. Like you can see the finish that it gives my skin is so nice. And I love Bare Minerals because it's all minerals in here. Good stuff for your skin. Take to the darkness, to the break of the day. Here's what he looks like on. Should we do, I think on top we're just going to do my Laura Geller blushes. Pink Buttercream. Kind of looks a little funny because we've been using him, but I'm just gonna have to use my same brush. This one's so pretty. Kind of see him on there, but it's better to use the powder on top of this. Normally I have my like little blush sticks, but I think since we put powder on my face, probably should use powder on top. Pretty. And then I usually go back with my little stipple and blend this back up in. It definitely is more on my face than what I normally do. Like I can tell that, but I don't think it looks cakey or anything at all. And then I've got my Mally Pro Perfect Precision Brow Plus in taupe. And this one's got a spoolie on this side, the chisel on this side, and then you untwist the middle and it's got a smudgy. So I just kind of, the front really is where I fill in my eyebrow, and then just a little bit in the little tail. Like that. And then I have Mally's Full Dreams Tinted Fiber Eyebrow Gel in taupe. And you can see there's like little fluffs on there, and those get put in your eyebrows if you want them to be fuller. My mom had given this to me, so I don't really care to make my eyebrows fuller, but I like the how this holds them in place. There we go. And then we should put some mascara on. And then the one that I'm using right now is Lash Blowout by It Cosmetics. And he looks like a little round brush. And I always pray before I do my, what do you call it? Eyelashes, my mascara. Because I always clamp my eyes. So I say, please, Lord, don't let me clamp my eye. Don't let me poke it with this. And don't let them get irritated throughout the day. Just let me feel pretty all day with my mascara. In Jesus' name, amen. Because I'm always clamping my eyelid or poking it with my brush. I'm gonna have to watch this back and see if you can still hear the music. That one kinda... I kind of wanted to put makeup on and like feel pretty today because I'm supposed to get my Coastline color earrings in the mail. And I'm so excited for them, but I don't want to try them on and like feel bummy. So now I'll feel pretty and I'll put it together. And then I'll try my earrings on and be like, ah, I love them. Because I'm usually a smaller earring gal. Like these little pearl dangles are the biggest earrings that I'll usually wear. So these ones are going to be a little bit bigger than that. So I'm going to have to get used to it when I wear them. But I think it's going to be fun. Oh. Wipe my stuff off my lips. Here's the final. I don't think it looks cakey. I have little tiny pimples here and I feel like it kind of highlighted them. But I like it. I think as long as like some of my little pimples were gone, then I would really like it. I'm trying to get that under control. I started taking my spironolactone again because I was getting so many pimples. And I already feel bad inside. I don't want to look outside and feel bad too. So, that's another thing I have to do is fill this thing up. But, anywhoozle. Oh, also, I used to always buy this from eBay all the time. And then I bought a few of them. And they do this. Like they stop and this is full and it won't spray anymore. I'm so sad. But that's what they had started doing. And so I was like, oh, now I'll buy it from Sephora. I keep buying it from Sephora, but it's so much more money. And so then I was like, well, I'll try this again. I totally forgot about this. And I was like, well, maybe it won't do it. It didn't. It didn't. So I messaged the guy to tell him, but he hasn't answered me yet. If he'll send me another one. But I already bought another one from Sephora, so it'll be good. But also, one time this did happen from Sephora, I think. Yeah, it did. Because then I brought it, I had to bring it to them, and they had to try it and see that it couldn't spray. And they gave me... 2 of the smaller ones because they didn't have the big size. So like very good customer service buying it from there, or even from Living Proof's website. Maybe that's who I got it from. I don't know. Sephora ended up fixing it for me, but. And then also we're gonna go in with my brand new baby that I love so much. It smells so good. I spray my hair, my shirt, so then I can smell it later. And what we're working on right now, I breathed it in. It's okay. I hate that I do that. I get too excited. Anyway, we're working on my homework right now. Stuck on my mirror. I need to put something on my lips because they're looking pale. But this is where we're at right here. This is where I've been all morning. Oh, my computer shut off. I had some goldfish in here. And then that's a Roar electrolyte drink. But I put it in a cute cup. Made me feel cute, so. Look at that little tiny guy. I better go back out to the plants. Me and Beanie just filled this up It's my little tanning pool. I'm so excited. Hey guys, I wanted to say something. I thought this was funny, and then we're gonna close out the video because I'm gonna try and make them shorter so then I can post more, if that makes sense. I just wanted to share something I thought was really funny that happened at work today. I work as a medical assistant. I used to work at a dermatologist. Now I work at, it's kind of gynecology, but not really. Anyway, at either places I see people of all ages. And so here at this place, it's a lot more thorough when you're rooming them. And rooming is just like when you go to the doctor, someone comes out there, calls your name, they bring you back, ask you a couple questions, do the vitals, and then leave, and then the doctor will come in. That's what I do, the beginning. So I had this one patient today, and he was probably like 70, 75. And he had a bag. It was probably like this big and like this wide, filled with his prescriptions. And he was like, can you believe that I have to have this big of a bag to carry around my prescriptions? And I said, oh, my bag's bigger than that. Like, I understand having to have all those prescriptions. And he goes, no way. Yes way. Tell me you're chronically ill without telling me you're chronically ill. Giant bag of prescriptions. I put them in this because of all of our storms we were having that I talked about a little bit earlier in the video, because I needed them all to be in like one place so I could take them down to the storm shelter and they'd survive, because how am I gonna survive without them? They make it just a little easier. But he was like stunned, and he's like, how old are you? I'm like, 25. And he goes, I didn't have to start doing this till I was 59. I'm like, I know. I don't want that. Take it away. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and close this video out. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And sorry, I have a migraine, by the way. He's like barely hanging on. I got my little ice. I don't know if I'll zoom in. That's my little ice pack thingy I put on my head. But TTFN, ta-ta for now. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.